Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, 1980. Oakland at Baltimore. Oakland at Baltimore, and it's going to be Matt Keogh versus Mike Flanagan. Let's roll for Keogh, see what kind of stuff he has today. And he has B stuff. And how about Flanagan? Flanagan's stuff will be A stuff. All right. And let me go over the lineups. All right, the lineup is going to be Henderson, Murphy, and Essien, Armas, Newman, and Heath. And then to round up the lineup is going to be McKay, Edwards, and Piccolo. For the Orioles, it's Bunbury, Dower, and Singleton, Murray, Crowley, and Graham, Renicky, Dempsey, and Garcia. Let's do this. Mike Flanagan, the lefty, faces Matt Keogh, the righty. And let me see if I have any stats here for the pitchers. Ricky Henderson's batting .337, so he's having an outstanding season. He has 101 stolen bases, 6 home runs in 130 games. Murphy's batting .270 with 7 home runs. Essien batting .246 with 6 home runs. Armas .272 with 35 home runs. Jeff Newman .268 with 15 home runs. Heath .237 with 1 home run. McKay .222 with no home runs. Mike Edwards .263 no home runs, and Rob Piccolo .261 with 4 home runs. And we're going to play ball. Let's do it. Here's Ricky Henderson, steps in the box, and he's ready to roll, and he lines one to center field for a base hit. And he will run. There he goes. The throw down from the catcher Dempsey in time, and he's thrown out. That's a 2-6 caught stealing. And that's the Billy Ball A's for you, 26. And against a righty, it's a single. But Flanagan's a lefty, so this is the splits number. And the splits numbers are right here, 25 and 26. And he's a lefty, so it bounces out to the first baseman, Murray, who steps on the bag ahead of Murphy. 2 out. And here's Essien with a 66, and that is a drive, and that's going to be 1 hop off the wall. Essien into second base standing with a 2-out double. So he drives one into the gap for a double with 2 outs, and here's Tony Armas. Here's the pitch, and it's a 21, and he swings and misses and goes down on strikes. So no runs, 2 hits. And we go to the bottom of the first. No score, and the Orioles coming to bat. It's Al Bunbury. Al Bunbury had a heck of a 1980 season, batted .320. That's a 62, and Keogh, I said, was a B, so that will be a 1-6 strikeout, but it's a fly ball to left. 1 down. Sunday action. 5-4, that's a 5-4 chart. So we're pulling a card, and it says single to left, and then check on the error. An 11 on the left fielder, Henderson. Henderson's error rating is a 6, so it'll be a single, no error. He bobbles it for a second, but Dower does not advance on that bobble by Henderson. So here's Kenny Singleton, switch hitter, batting from the left side with a 65. That's a pitcher home run. We're looking at Keogh 1-12, and that's a 19, so that's a fly ball right field. Deep on the warning track is Armas, and he makes the catch. Here's Eddie Murray with 2 out and a runner on first, and that's a 64, which will be a ground ball. He's batting lefty, ground ball to first. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And we move to the top of the second inning. I like leaving my cards out this way. When I have to kind of collect them after every inning, and that slows me down. Jeff Newman, 36, and 36 is a blank. A 10 will be a line out to right field. Right there is Kenny Singleton. Mike Heath is up next. So Newman hit it on the screws, but right at the left fielder. That's a 25, and against a lefty, that's a single, so that's a base hit. Little check swing flare that drops in. So Heath is on with a single. Here's Dave McKay, switch hitter, batting from the right side. A 43 is a blank. Flanagan is an A. A 43 is an out. A 6, that may be a double play. Now the shortstop is Garcia, and that's a 6-4-3 double play. They turn it, and that retires the side. I'll check Garcia's, just didn't memorize his arm. Garcia is a strong arm, and the second baseman, Dower, has also a strong arm, so they're going to get a lot of double plays. All right, so no runs, 1 hit, nobody left. And here comes Terry Crowley. Pitch from Matt Keogh. Matt Keogh with a 16. That's going to be a fly to left. Right there is Henderson. Squeeze it for out number 1. Graham, lefty catcher, with a 54. We pull the 54 chart. Ground ball to pitcher, knocks it down. We're going to check the error rating. Keogh's an error rating of a 12, so he makes the play and gets Graham at first. 2 out, and here's Gary Renicky with a 36. That's a blank, and a 36 will be a fly to right. Under it is Armas, and that retires the side. Easy inning, 3 up, 3 down. We go to top of the third, no score in Baltimore. We are at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore. Mike Edwards, he's the second baseman today with a 61, and that will be a strikeout. He heads back to the bench with a bat on his shoulder. Next is Rob Pichula, right-handed hitter with a 45, and that will be bounced to second base. Dower up with it. Over to first. 2 down. Next up is Ricky Henderson with a 65, and that's going to be a -3 pitcher home run. He's got a 1-10, so -3 makes it a 1-7, but we roll a 16, so that's bounced to short. Charged by the shortstop, Garcia. Fires to first and in time to get the speedy Henderson. No runs. No hits, 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Here's Rick Dempsey, and that's a 13, and that's an out, a 9, and that's lifted to shallow right. Racing in his Armas. Backing up is Edwards and Newman, and it's Armas who calls him off at the last minute. Here's Kiko Garcia, right-handed hitter. His first at-bat of the day with a 56, and he strikes out. First strikeout of the day for Matt Keogh. Matt Keogh's not really a big strikeout guy. He had 100 strikeouts in 250 innings. Here's Al Bumbry with a 43, and that will be a ground ball, shortstop. Pichula makes the play, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. Dwayne Murphy leading off the top of the fourth inning. No score here at Memorial Stadium. That's a 42. A 42 will be a fly to center field. On the run is Bumbry, and Bumbry turns on the Jets and catches up to that. Here's Essien. Essien with a 42, and he flies one, skies one to left. Easy pickings for the left fielder, Renicky. And here's Tony Armas, the big bopper for the A's with a 16, and he swings and misses, swinging for the fences, but misses the ball completely, strikes out. We go to the bottom of the fourth. No score here at Baltimore Memorial Stadium. Rich Dower leading it off. It's Dower, Singleton, and Murray. Dower is 1 for 1. Here's the pitch from Keogh with a 44, and that's ripped to left for a base hit. So he's 2 for 2 today. And we're in the fourth, so we're not going to try a hit and run. I won't start doing that till the fifth. It simplifies my life. And plus, he's a C hit and run guy. I like to do hit and runs with A hit and run guys. That's a 64. That's a blank, and that is an out. And 18 is a drive to center field. Taking a few steps back is Murphy, and Murphy makes the catch. Here's Eddie Murray now, switch hitting power hitter with a hard hit ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. Let's see what Dower does. This is where I pull a card. Base hit to left center field, and F to third. Is Dower F? I don't know. He is F, so he will move to third. Gallops to third base, first and third with only 1 out. So there is something going on here for the Orioles in the bottom of the fourth in a 0-0 game. Terry Crowley, left-handed hitter. What are we going to do here? We are going to play it safe and just go for the double play. We're going to allow a run to score. Here's a pitch. And that's a 44, and that is line. Base hit right field. That'll score a run. And let's see what will happen to Murray. Murray F advance. Others can risk. And let's see if Murray is F. Murray is not F. He with 1 out. He's going to risk it. And where was that hit to? First to third, others can risk to hit the center field. Center fielder is 1-3. And here goes 1-3. He's out at third, trying to stretch he's trying to take an extra base, and he is safe at third, first and third. So an RBI single by Crowley drives in number 2, batter Dower. And it's 1-0 Orioles, and it's first and third with only one out. Again, we're going to play the infield in this time. We're going to change our strategy. Here's Graham. Here's a pitch, and that is a 32. A 32 is a blank, and Matt Keogh, that's going to be a 1-6 double, and that's a drive down the line, and that's a fair ball. Hits off the wall in the corner, and one run's going to come in to score. Let's see if Crowley can score on this. WA arm and left. He has an S arm, so he will not score. So it's going to be an RBI double, and that puts runners on second and third. So Graham with a double drives in batter number 4. And here's Gary Renicky. So Matt Keogh's getting banged up a little bit here. It seems like the Oriole bats have woken up. And here's Renicky with second and third, and we are going to walk Renicky. Intentional walk. We're going to pitch to Dempsey. We're looking for a double play. We want to prevent any more damage from happening. It's a 42. A 42 will be a ball 4, and that will force in a run. Forces in number 5, and it's 3-0 now. Bases are still loaded. Everybody moves up 1. Garcia's next. Again, we're just playing back, just trying to get out of this inning at this point. Another base on balls, another back-to-back. I rolled back-to-back 42s. Another run is forced in. 4-0. Top of the order now with Bunbury. This is looking ugly. That's a 16, and that's going to be an out of 14. It would be nice to get a double play out of this, but I doubt it. Let's see what happens. It's a double play with an S or an A arm at second base. And our second baseman is Edwards. Edwards, what kind of an arm does he have? He has an average arm, so he will turn it 4-6-3, double play. Huge double play for the Athletics, already down 4-0. So 4 runs come in on 4 hits and 3 walks. Wow. All right. We go to top of the 5th inning. That was a tough inning. Newman with a 44, and that's line base hit. He rips one to left center field. Played on a hop by Bunbury. Here's Mike Heath with a 12, and that will be a 6. That will be a 6-4-3 double play, almost guaranteed. Yep, 6-4-3. They turn it. Another double play. So it's the defense on the Orioles that makes the difference. Here's Dave McKay with 2 out, 43. And that will be an out, and 11 is bounced to first base to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left, and we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Keogh's going to face Dower, who's 2 for 2 today, and he's going to be, it's a -10. Keogh is going to be a 2, a 15, and it's bounced to short. Easy play for Piccolo. Kenny Singleton now. And that's a 65. That's a pitcher home run, 1-12, and that is lined to the third baseman. Caught. So it's ripped to the opposite side, but the third baseman was positioned perfectly, McKay, and makes the grab of a hot smash. 53, that's going to be a range, and that's probably going to end up being a hit because it's the left fielder. The range for Henderson in left is a 13, so he does not get to that. And that's going to fall in for a double, a 2-out double for Eddie Murray. He's 2 for 3 on the day. He stands at second base with 2 outs. Here comes Terry Crowley. Terry Crowley has an RBI single. Here's the pitch from Keogh. And that's a drive against a righty way back to right field. And Armas looks up, and it's gone. 6-0. And he drives in number 4, number 5. 6-0 Orioles. So they've gotten Matt Keogh's number. Started out strong, but quickly fell apart. And it's a 51. That'll probably be an error on the shortstop, E6. Is that a 1 or 2 base error? 1 base error on the shortstop, Piccolo. Piccolo's error rating is a 4, and we did roll a 4, so that is an error. So Renicky comes up to bat now with a runner on first, 2 outs. And that's a 32. 32 is a blank, and that's going to be a 1-6 double, and that's a drive. And that's going to drop in there. Splits the outfielders and rolls to the wall. A-arm in center will score another RBI, but this is an unearned run, so this one does not count. This would have been the run that would have knocked Keogh out of the game. And here's Dempsey with a run on second. The pitch to Dempsey, a 36. That's a blank, and it's an out. A fly ball left field. Under it is Henderson. Puts it away, and that retires the side, but they pick up 3 runs. On 1, 2, 3 hits. They lead at 7-0 after 5. Mike Flanagan against Mike Edwards, who struck out in the 3rd inning. That's a 56, and that's another strikeout. 2 strikeouts for Edwards today. Here's actually should be Piccolo, the last batter. That's a 21, and that's a swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes. Chase the slider. Has nice movement. 2 outs, and here's Ricky Henderson with a 43, and that will be lined and caught by the 3rd baseman, L5. No runs, no hits. And none left. We move to the bottom of the 6th. Matt Keogh's still in there. It's Garcia with a 55, and that is a ground ball and through for a base hit. Stealing is Garcia. There he goes. Let's see what kind of an arm Essien has. Essien's arm is a strong arm, so he's thrown out. And it's Bunbury, I believe, is a lefty, so 2-4. All right. So 1 out here. That's a 13 and a 1-10 base on balls, but it will not be. It's a fly to left. Run down by Henderson, 2 out, and Rich Dower with a 42, and that will be a base on balls again. Another walk. Walks have hurt Keogh today. Kenny Singleton, switch hitter with a 62, and that'll be a 1-6. A 9 is a fly to right, and that ends the inning. 3 up. Well, not 3 up, but no runs, 1 hit, 1 left, and we move to the top of the 7th inning. Dwayne Murphy. It's Murphy, Essien, and Armas, 1987-0. Orioles, 62. That's a strikeout. So Murphy chases a ball, a high fastball. It's Essien now with a 16, and right back to the pitcher. Flanagan makes the play, 2 down. Here's Armas, Tony Armas, who's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, and he grounds out to the shortstop. Kiko Garcia throws him out. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits. Bottom of the 7th. Eddie Murray leading off against Matt Keogh. That's a 31. That's going to be line base hit. Base hit, a leadoff single for Murray. 1 more run and we got to pull him. Otherwise, he still has some batters. 15 and a 4, and I believe that's going to be a double play. And it's a 4-6-3 double play. Great play by Edwards. Gets that ball, whips it to Piccolo, throw to first in time. All right. Here's Graham. And that's a 12, and that will be a little number in front of the plate. Essien pounces on it, fires the first. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits. And we move to Newman. Top of the 8th inning. It's a 43, and that is a fly ball. Center field. Taking a few steps in is Bunbury, and he makes the catch. Heath is next with a 36, and that is bounced to short. Charging is Garcia. Picks it up, fires the first in time. Dave McKay, who's 0 for 2 today, and that's a 66, and that's a drive over the center fielder's head. And 1 hop off the wall into second base standing with a 2-out double is McKay. Here comes Edwards. Edwards is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Pitch from Flanagan, and that's at 14, and that is, he's a righty, so it's bound to third. Long throw, and right on the money is Graham. Playing third base today. I thought he was the catcher. Catcher's Dempsey. All right, so no runs, 1 hit, 1 left, and we move to the bottom of the 8th inning. Keogh is still in there. Gary Renicky with a 33, and that is ball 4. So he walks Renicky. How many has he walked in this game? He walked 3 there, and 5 walks. All right. Dempsey's up, and that's a 64, which will be an out. A 16, grounded is short, and it would only be a double play if he's a strong arm, and he is not. So it's a 6-4 fielder's choice. That's all they'll get out of that. So here's Keogh Garcia, pitch from Matt Keogh. Oh, Matt Keogh can pitch 36. That'll be his 36 batter. It's a 43. That's going to be an out. A 7 is lifted to left. Racing in is Henderson. Henderson's there. 2 outs. And here is Al Bumbry. Oh, no. Wait, put him in the wrong spot. With a 46 and a 20. And that's going to be a 54 chart. Wildest. Base is empty. Pop out to shallow second base. Makes the catch. There's a collision, but everybody's okay, and that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits. 1 left, and we move to the top of the 9th. Last licks. Flanagan's going for a complete game shutout. He's an A pitcher today. Now he can face 32. He's only faced 26 so far. So we're going to bring in a pinch hitter for Rob Piccolo. And I guess it's going to be Mike Heath. Oh, no, Heath is playing. Let's look and see who we can bring in here. All we got is... Oh, we got Mickey Klutz. We're going to bring in Mickey Klutz to pinch hit. See what happens. Pitch from Flanagan. That's a 36. The 36 is bounced to short. Easy play for the shortstop. Kiko Garcia. Or Kike Garcia. Let me see his name. It's Kiko Garcia. All right, here is Ricky Henderson. And he 52. That's a potential. Well, that's going to be an out because it's a pitcher error unless the pitcher has some crazy error number now. So that's hit right back to the mound. So the A's are down to their last out. 7-0 Orioles here at Memorial Stadium. And most of the fans have gone already. They're headed, then the last few remaining are headed for the exits. Here's Dwayne Murphy with a 45, and that will most likely be all. It's bounced to the first baseman. He takes it himself. That retires the side, and the ball game is over. The Orioles beat the Athletics by a score of 7-0. Loss goes to Keogh. Win goes to Flanagan. We saw 2 complete games. How nice is that? Hits 1, 2, 3, 5 hits for the A's allowed by Flanagan. They committed, I believe, the A's committed 1 error by the shortstop. Any errors committed by, no errors by the Orioles. And the Orioles had a ton of hits. They had 1, 2, 5, 9, 10 hits. Not that many. So it's no runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the A's. 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors by the Orioles, and Keogh gets the loss. Flanagan gets the victory. I got to input this into PC Replay Baseball. That was a super fast game. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Fall Classic Baseball in September of my replay. Stats are looking really, really good.